Norman, and today we have a reading for you about somebody who is struggling to get over you. They chose someone else. They chose to, I don't know, maybe avoid healing or a conflict that needed to be resolved with you. So, they want to get what they want without having to do all the work. But now that they've had some time traveling this path, they're realizing that they have lost something pretty significant with you. And I tried to figure out if I could take a picture for the thumbnail with this card, but I didn't think YouTube would like that. This is somebody who's resorting to magic. So this is not going to resonate for everyone. But this is a person who chose someone else or a different path or did not choose you. I feel like because it says specifically they were a downgrade, this is a person who has tried to get into a relationship or, be about town. And they're struggling to let go of the memory of you and what the two of you had. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And I hope you're having a good day. Do you all like the new lights? Yes? If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box, as is more information on how to become a member. Thank you to the current members. Hello, Rachel. Hello, Nat. Hello, Zats. Hello, Key Controller. Hello, Marks. Hello, Renee. Hello, Steven. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. They go a little bit to the side, a little bit better over here. All right, let's see what else we've got for you. I think we're gonna start with the Jack-o'-lantern tarot, because maybe we got somebody here with a little bit of a pumpkin head situation. They might look a little foolish is what I'm really trying to say. Oh, you're so welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed it. What else do we have? We've got the wheel. And this tarot deck, they do not call it the Wheel of Fortune, it's just the wheel, but of course it's the same old thing. And then we have the Ace of Cups. What is this? This is changing up the offer. So whoever we're reading on here, the person who feels like they need to do magic to get you back, this is a person who felt like they were making some sort of trade, like it was baseball cards, and it was going to be at their advantage. So whatever this was, I feel like primarily it's rooted in this person doesn't make me work on myself or doesn't hold me accountable or doesn't talk back to me, whatever it might be. They are missing the very things that they thought they wanted to walk away from you for. Realizing that maybe it is more fulfilling than whoever they've chosen since then. Hello, I am. How are you doing? What else do we have? We have the Three of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. See, I feel like this is trying to distract yourself, pretend like you're not heartbroken, pretend you don't miss this person. I don't care if I have to take a second job or a third job, I'm going to find a way to not think about this person. But the heartbreak remains. It still bothers them that they don't have access to, or for many of you, I feel like it still bothers them that they fumbled this, or pure and simple that they chose someone else. Either way, it's eating away at this person because they feel like what they expected to be an upgrade or a better situation romantically has instead made them feel like they need to walk away from this new person. All that glitters is not gold. Or if they, oh, did that just fall? Or if they felt like someone was going to be, the perfect partner, now they're realizing, oh, just kidding, they wear Crocs. It's like, I don't know, maybe they really just struggle getting past that honeymoon phase. This could be a person who falls in love with potential or doesn't really have the ability to tolerate other people. I mean, I was going to say they don't have the ability to tolerate behavior in others that they themselves perpetuate. do. I feel like this is someone who had these unrealistic expectations for pretty much everyone around them, and they don't understand why they miss you. Well, the reason they miss you is because you were actually trustworthy. Yeah, it sucked for them that you would call them out and you would tell them what they needed to do to be, respectful. But they've since realized that they're surrounded by a bunch of people that they don't really like or trust. That's what happens when you don't have that energy to offer in friendships or in relationships. So there's chaos in this person's life. I do feel like there could be some side piece shenanigans going on here. Oops, sorry. Hello, Marin, how are you doing? Hello, Farkas. Hello, Shayla. How we doing? Hello, Minnesota Picker. How's the weekend? Hello, Jose. Good morning, Grindheart. How are you doing? It's true. I would argue that a lot of people don't like being called out. It's not like the best thing in the world to be told that you have something to work on. But I also think there's something that is very valuable in knowing that you can trust someone when they say that they have your back or that they believe you. If they won't call you out, then all the good things they say about you, how can you really trust those? They're just saying what you want to hear, right? Like, no, just like tell me the truth. That'll be a lot easier for everyone involved. Hello, Kumar. How are you doing? Hello, Earth Angel. Oh, I always call you en France, all right? I wonder why I didn't today. So this is someone who's trying to figure out a strategy. I know that I've chosen poorly. I know now that you're actually somebody who's really important to me. I know I want to be with you. I'm just gonna like kind of forget about the fact that you tell me that I need to work on things, because maybe it's worth it just to know that I'm around someone who's not going to betray me, or that I'm dealing with somebody that I can trust, right? That's worth a lot. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, the King of Wands, Two of Swords, and Three of Pentacles. The thing is here, I feel like this is a whole group of people. It's not just that this is someone who chose a new romantic partner. I do feel like that's part of the equation here. But I do feel like there's also like this friend group, or maybe it's a workplace group, maybe it's somebody's family. But there's people who were like, you got to choose. Do you want to be with that person, or do you want to be in the cool kid group? Do you want to sit at our lunch table, or do you want to make out over there? This is someone who felt like, because they are perhaps non-committal, maybe because they were trying to fit a certain perception that people have of them. It's like, it would be bad for my reputation if people were to find out that I'd fallen in love with someone. Or I can't be with you because my buddies expect me to be like their wingman every like Saturday. This is like, I think I have to stay with what I know. I don't want these people to think of me differently. So I'm going to continue to be focused on like short-term physical connections. And I don't know if this is necessarily toxic masculinity, but that's kind of what's coming through. I hesitate to say that because I do still feel like there are people who would resonate with this story where the King of Wands is a woman. But we have a person who felt like being able to do their own thing, being able to be with whoever they want to be with, and being able to like run with a crowd was more important to them than having this consistent connection with you. I'm still not used to these lights yet. Hello, Great One. How are you doing? Yes, I agree. Totally overrated. What else do we have? This is, did I tell you? I can't remember. This is the Energy Oracle. Oh, we've got the World. See, I'm just too focused on what everybody else thinks about me. We could go high level or like, you know, fame, celebrity type level. This could be someone who's saying it's just like too much a part of my celebrity to be considered like a sex symbol. I can't be in a relationship. Think about all the fans that would be disappointed. I think you're living wrong if that's what you're worried about. Think about all those people that I don't even know who would judge me. I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm just like choosing different things than some people, but that seems so sad, right? This is someone who feels like they need to be aware of how other people look at them, and if they were to get all like lovey-dovey romantic, there would be people disappointed. If I stop to care about how other people that I don't even know might be like disappointed in me, I don't know if I would like even get to the point of brushing my teeth. Like, let's be real here. This is a person who's thinking about what their reputation is, what people like about them. Will I still have friends if I choose to settle down, if I choose to be in a significant relationship? Wow, okay. So your life is not your own then, basically. This King of Wands is apparently really wrapped up in being seen as somebody who is attractive and desirable, but the thought of being in like a family situation or a committed relationship is scary to them. Right? Hello, Andrew. How are you doing today? Oh, thank you. I hope you're enjoying your weekend. Yes, I agree. People will think whatever they want to think. Ooh, I think I want tarot though. And I'm not in control of that. That's all right with me. All right, so this is the graffiti tarot. What else do we have? Wait, me? Trying to get used to my new Christmas lights. Do you like them? I got them on sale. I'm so bad. I have like more Christmas lights than I need, and yet when I see a really good deal on a set of Christmas lights, I'm like, I needed to toss out the other ones though. There were like probably 8 bulbs that were out, and they were starting to irritate me. I don't know. I kind of like the new vibe though. Oh, you meant specifically to the reading? Well, we have somebody who is struggling to get over the fact that there's a person they let go, a person they broke up with or ghosted or walked away from, and they chose someone else. In large part because this person has a reputation. Ooh, I have this Queen of Cups. This reputation for being, you know, desirable or hot. I don't know. They seem to really like leaning into this idea that multiple people want them. They really like their independence. But this Queen of Cups card came out. I haven't even been using the Morgan Greer. It just somehow got caught up in the graffiti deck. So we have somebody who's like feeling some love after walking away because they felt like they needed to maintain being that like non-committal, I'm trying not to say it, but you know the type. Yeah, I don't know. I pretty much always have at least one strand of Christmas lights up. I think when I was really at my worst with lights, I probably had like 7 of them up in my place. It was maybe just a little bit. It was not for a holiday. So we have the Fool in the reverse, Temperance, and the Knight of Wands. You think? Mm-hmm. Well, maybe I ran off and chose somebody new a little bit prematurely. Maybe I should have really thought about how much I care about this connection that I have with you and known a little bit more about this person aside from whether or not they look good in jeans before I chose to run away from what I had with you. This year, this is regret. This is like, I might have been thinking. without the brain cells involved, is the nicest way I can say it. I might have made a whoopsie. I thought that somebody was exactly what I wanted, and it turns out I actually ran away from the person that I do want. Bum, 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 bum. Hello, what's up, Lemonade? How are you doing? Hello, Leslie. How's your weekend? Oh no, am I missing? It says Death Valley National Park. So if I'm missing a reference, I'm gonna be sad about that. But I think it's just that. Hello, Joao. How are you doing? I hope your weekend's going well. How is Raquel towards me? Right now. I've got that added for you. Thank you, Joao. The cheese stands alone. Hello, Cochran. How are you doing? Oh, you're the one that asked the question. Hey, you let me know because I feel like I need to know if I get asked that again. I think I was actually in California when I found this shirt. Yeah, I think I was in LA. Hello, Optimistic. How are you doing? Happy Merry Christmas to you, kiddos. And Merry Christmas to you. We're almost a Happy New Year. All right, so we have the Ace of Swords. This is the truth. Slapping this King of Wands upside the head. Idiot. How did you not know you were in love with this person? I just keep hearing like a smack upside the head. Like, oh, why did I do that? And now if I wanted to make things right with this person that I think I maybe fell in love with, I would have to like go to the ends of the earth to prove to this person that I actually mean it. I think this is why we have somebody who's resorting to magic. For y'all that have just joined, we have this lovely card here, which I really don't care for. If you need to employ magic to get with the person that you want, you're already doing it wrong. Already doing it wrong. Like, just find me one person where that ended well. I dare you. It's not a good look, okay? So we've got Page of Pentacles in the reverse. I think this person's spending money on something that's not going to work. So I left a good, like, romantic interest. I left, or a relationship, right? For someone that I was attracted to physically, but apparently don't have much in common with beyond that. I realized at that point that I missed being around somebody that I can trust. That maybe being attracted to people physically isn't enough to indicate that I might actually enjoy their company for long periods of time or enjoy being friends with them because they can't be trusted. This person's like, I'm surrounded by people who are awful, and I somehow care what they think about me. So now I have to figure out, now that I've realized that I'm actually in love with this person from my past that I walked away from or ghosted, now I have to figure out, like, how am I going to convince them to give me another chance? I can't just, like, tell them the truth. That would be awful. I would look so bad. Again, reputation. Can we all just, like, accept that at some point you're going to look like an idiot? Just roll with it. You know, you might fall in public or knock over an entire display in a grocery store, or walk smack dab into a screen door that you thought was just like an opening that you could walk through, or like those hockey games where people are trying to find the place to like enter the rink. This is somebody who's like hitting their head against the wall because the only option that would potentially actually work is the one they're like, no, I can't do that. Tell the truth? Are you crazy? Then I'd have to admit that I care. and then I missed this person, and then I made a mistake. That's way too much wrong. I can't do that. Hello, Dana. How are you doing? Hello, Matt. How's your day? So, I don't know, man. I think this is somebody who's struggling. The denial has lifted, and they see very clearly that they actually have feelings for and miss this individual who was trustworthy and good to them before they decided to bounce. Before they were like, nah, I've got some other hot people that are interested, so I think I'm going to go and see what they've got going on. And now they're thinking about you. So this is somebody who feels like the only way that they could potentially get you back is if they do magic. The truth? No. That'll never work. Illusion? Yes. That's the ticket. So the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse is joined by the Five of Swords and the Four of Swords. Must win at any cost. I'll do whatever I need to. Just please don't make me tell the truth. You know? No, not the truth. Ooh. Okay. For some reason, the Nine of Cups was facing up on the top of the deck, so we're going to take that too. Oh, you're telling me this person's selfish? I never would have guessed that. How can I repair things with this person that I miss who's trustworthy without having to change my selfish ways? I am struggling with this one, you guys, because if we were just, you know, one-on-one and I'm doing a reading for you, I would be tearing this person up. This is like the most ridiculous person. They're just like so invested in what people that they don't even trust or like, so invested in what these people think about them that they walk away from or lose a person that they genuinely do care about. And then they're over here like, how do I get back with this person who's trustworthy? I know, be not trustworthy. Lie. That's the, is this like a joke? Is this a comedy show? So they don't want to give up being selfish. They want what they want with you, but they feel like since the truth seems too daunting, I'll just do some magic here. That sounds like a horrible idea. Hello, Grindheart. Thank you for the tip. Are you close to being in a relationship yet? And how did she react to mom checking up on her? Oh, I hope that means they're getting a little friendship going. And has any friends asked about me and been taken up for you? Thank you for teaching me a new phrase, Grindhard. You know, I try, but all right, I've got that added. Thank you. Hello, Gnostic. How's your day going? She's here. Yeah, so who even is this person that they're going to for magic? Like, I feel like, I mean, maybe they're just buying something, right? Nine of Cups in the reverse, Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Yep. Okay, so this is like, I don't think this is someone recommending, you know, go to this site or go to this person. I think this is somebody on a late night, like obsessive Googling stuff, like what can I do? And they find someone who's willing to do a love spell. Because of who I am, I hear some strange altered version of I Love Lucy's Vitamina Vegemin routine, but it's instead of selling something with Vitamina Vegemin in it, it's a love spell, you know? Are you unpopular? She actually says that, okay? I didn't make that one up. This is someone who's like, are you unloved? Aw, that's so sweet of you, going hard. For Nat and Jordan. And Nat, if you have a question, you let me know. Otherwise, I'll do random. Hello, no name, how are you doing? So I think this is a person who says, yeah, if you're not with somebody that you want to be with, I can do this love spell for you, and they will become obsessed. You won't have to regret anymore. You won't have to be sitting there wondering if this person's thinking about you, because they will be convinced that the only thing that will make them happy on this planet is being next to you. That'll be $495. I hope it wasn't that expensive. Or maybe I do. Maybe it should be ridiculously expensive so people stop trying this. I don't know, man. So Trouble in Paradise for this garden tool who really does miss you and feels like you're the only trustworthy person that they know. Okay. For those of you that are new to the channel, we do the personal questions at about 30 or 35 minutes in, and that's at least within 10 minutes, probably sooner than that. This is the Meta Muse. Yeah. I want you to choose me. You guys know what that's from, right? Apparently I'm doing pop culture this morning. This is someone who's like, I gotta get back in with this person. I gotta have access to this. Maybe they see you as the Queen of Cups. I feel like they know they love you, but they don't know how to act. It's like, have you ever seen a dog the first time they get those little like booties on to protect their paws from the cold, and they're like, That's like how this person is with love. They're like, what is this? Why do I want to stick to a person? Ew. How do I do this? How does this work? But they're like, I want this person to want me back, you know? I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to get this person back. Yes, I agree. And thank you, Teal. I'm so glad you knew. Exactly. Did I say hello to Rick? How are you doing? Hello, Brian. Oh, Teal, you'll be just fine not texting her. In fact, if you ask for any reinforcement in the live chat, I'm sure you will get some. Stay strong. You got this. Once you get past New Year's, then it's smooth sailing. Well, that's not exactly true. We got like Valentine's Day. Damn it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to lie to you. It's like a month of smooth sailing, and then it's back in the trenches. So we got the Nine of Cups again, and it's clarifying the Nine of Cups. This person. All right. Here's the deal. Find people that love who they are without it being dependent upon things and envy. The people out there who are so concerned with being put on a pedestal, or, you know, I want people to chase after me, or even to some extent, the people who are like, I want to be famous. I think you can genuinely tell there are people out there who really just love their craft, and that's what they are meant to be doing. Alanis Morissette comes to mind for me because I've been listening to 90s this morning. There are people who you can tell that is what they are meant to be doing. It is not because they want to be famous. And then we got the whole other side of the world where it's like, oh, you just want to be looked at, huh? Okay. Look, this is someone who doesn't understand how to love someone who is genuine because they are not genuine. they don't know who they want to be with in a relationship. They just know that they want to be loved in an authentic way. So because you have this genuine heart and you actually embrace your emotions, for them it's like a drug. The problem is they still care about what all these other people think about them. They still care about things that are pointless. And those um, priorities or those misconceptions about what's really important in life will pretty much always guarantee that this person cannot be in a healthy relationship because they're too busy looking over their shoulder like, oh, is there somebody who's mad at me for being in a relationship? Is there somebody who's looking at me right now? Sorry. This is someone who needs to learn from their mistakes. And I feel very strongly this is somebody who needs to learn how to get through a weekend without needing to be with someone. You know what I mean? You're probably at your most dangerous when you can comfortably spend a weekend alone and not feel miserable. Like, working on yourself is not for the faint of heart because it involves getting to the point where you're like, you know what? No, I think what I want to do is hang out with myself. This person hates that. They like being surrounded by people. They like being messaged constantly. They like being, the object of affection for people who feel like they're out of reach. That's like the lowest levels of gratification on planet Earth. I feel whoever this person is missing is someone that doesn't have to be like, look at all the things that I am, look at all the things that you should want that I have, because you're genuine, you're trustworthy, and they're surrounded by a bunch of people who don't act that way because what they really want is just to like ride someone's coattails or clout chase or steal somebody's money or be like that chick Bunny in the Big Lebowski. I wouldn't want to be surrounded by that. But this person doesn't have a ticket out of that space until they stop being like all the people they can't trust. This is like, I'm sorry. You're at this table because you're like everybody else here. You're mad about all these people and how they treat you without acknowledging that you do the same thing. So they are what they don't like and the people that they're surrounded by. And with this Four of Swords, you're basically putting right in front of this person an opportunity to work on themselves, and they're ignoring it because they're like, yeah, but if I can push like a big red easy button and get a love spell and then you get like, you come back to me, then I get what I want, right? No. So, all right, let's move over to those personal questions. I don't know if we actually have Jordan in the room. So I might leave that just in case I don't see, I'll save that. Because I recognize Jordan pretty easily. Hello, Firestar, how are you doing? I'm not sure if you're talking to me or others, but if you are talking about the general reading, it's I'm just delivering the message and it's on you all to determine whether or not it actually resonates. And, like a lot of other readers say, leave whatever doesn't for the rest. But let's see, we've got Joao up first. Oops. I dropped one. All right, so how is Raquel feeling towards Joao right now? How does Raquel currently feel towards Joao right now? I like that, Rachel. So it looks like Six of Pentacles to me is giving like, I'm thinking about what I need to do to get what I want, but I'm going about it the wrong way because Justice is in the reverse. This is like, this feels to me like somebody is trying to find a way back or change how the current situation or tension is between the two of you without wanting to acknowledge, like, oh, I did something wrong. Yeah, so it's like, I'm not going to talk about it because it would just make me mad if I had to, like, deal with that. Seems a little bit immature to me. Hello, Ziggy. How are you doing? Does my ex want to get back with me? And will they call? I've added that for you. Thank you, Ziggy. So I would say at this point, Joe, we've got somebody who is angry, or I don't know if I'd go full on angry. It's almost like just kind of like irritable, right? Like things are getting worse and I don't know how to fix it. But there's emotional manipulation here. I feel like she's trying to tug on your heartstrings and get you to like disregard something that was disrespectful. So I would hope that this can evolve to, you know, oh, maybe I've done something that I should apologize for, right? But right now it seems more like, how do I get you back without having to like work on the stuff, which is oddly quite aligned with the general reading if you didn't see the whole thing. Yeah, don't worry about the ex, right? Yeah, she's got to have a little bit of a change of attitude here. Otherwise, I don't think it's going to work very well. There's got to be some accountability and trust here, you know? But if I do not see you, I hope that you have a wonderful new year. I will probably see you before then, but either way. Let's see what we've got for Grinds Hard. We're going to go with, we'll go with the Marseille Cat Tarot. Are Grindhard and Micah close to being in a relationship yet? Or I think you said now. No. I feel like somebody is resisting. Yeah, Queen of Swords. Why is she resisting? Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Six of Cups. I feel like she's resisting the title because there's still somebody trying to get to her. Is this the ex? She needs to choose. Because this is starting to feel a little deceptive, right? Someone from the past is still like putting her on a pedestal. This is the randiest Ace of Wands I have, okay? Like, it's not appropriate for there to be, in my opinion, it's your life, if you're at the point where you're like, hey, maybe we could potentially be in a relationship, maybe this is like getting serious, to be like kicking the can down the street or procrastinating on that because you're like, I might get a message from my ex. So just hold that thought. I just kind of feels like there needs to be some finality with someone from the past. How did she react to mom checking on her, Grindhard's mom checking on her? there was like a refresh of some romantic feelings for you, but also some concern as far as like, well, let me look into this. What's the concern here? She don't want to tell the truth. Seven of Swords and the Three of Swords. Your mom makes her a little bit nervous, but she thinks your mom is sweet. Is your mom that type where she's like super considerate and speaks extremely wisely? And so like people get nervous because they're like, you seem like you're gonna give me some cookies, but I also feel like you're gonna slap me upside the head. Because I feel like there's this like, oh, you're so sweet, thank you. But also like, don't ask me any questions, leave me alone, oh my God. I feel like she's a little nervous. Ten of Swords in the reverse. Grindheart, can I ask what your mom thinks about her? Has any friends asked about Grindheart or taken up for him? Yes. Enthusiastically. Yeah, I do feel like there's multiple people here who are defending you and what you are working to build. Yeah. I feel there's a couple people who are asking, like, what are you waiting for? Like, what's the holdup? Y'all have been talking for a while, you know, is this something you want or not? Is the nicer phrase than what I was thinking. Hello, Golden, how are you doing? Hello, Lainey, how's your day? Yeah, so this is like people viewing you as boyfriend material, asking her like, what are you doing over there? You just like eating like peppermint patties or what's up? You gonna do something? Yes, Rachel, thank you for reading my mind. Hello, Emily, how are you doing? Yeah, I think she would be honest with you, but I think she also has some, it's like a, okay, let's see what we've got for Nat. Did you have a question or did you just want me to pull some random cards for you? You let me know. I hope that gets easier for you, Teal. Hello, Kevin. How are you doing? Hello, Marvin. All right, this is the Tarot of the Cat People. Random. Sounds good, Nat. Let's see what we get for Nat, please. Knight of Cups. Seven of Wands. Queen of Cups in the reverse. There's someone here who is asking for more of your time or energy or like wants to like, they want something from you. With this Knight of Cups, it's like how about we bake cookies together? And you're like, nah, I don't want to get my kitchen all messy. That sounds like a lot of work. And they're like, oh, it's cool. I'll clean up everything for you as long as I get a couple cookies. And you're like, all right, that sounds great. This is not somebody you should be investing in, is what I'm trying to get at. This is somebody who's trying to make it seem like whatever they're willing to do to make things easier is, you know, like no big deal. But I feel like the It's like if this person offers to or asks to borrow like $100, tell them, oh, sorry, I don't have that right now, but here's $5. When can you pay that back? It's like maybe you could do like a little, like, let's see how this goes. But I would not do everything this person's asking. I don't know. There's someone here who's asking too much of you, and you're being advised to like guard up, like, I think I'm unavailable for that. Thank you, but no. Ace of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, King of Cups. I feel like when you reject one offer, this could be romantic, and keep yourself available or untethered, there's a much better offer that comes around. Whether this is job or romantic, it kind of feels like it's romantic, but you're going to be like, so glad that you waited. Like, that was nothing compared to what I've got in front of me right now. So it's a better situation if you acknowledge that this first offer is kind of like mediocre, right? Sorry, Golden, I'm doing personal questions right now, but feel free to start at the beginning for the general reading. Let's see what we've got. I don't think I saw Jordan, so I'm going to hold on to that one. Yes, exactly, Lewis. Then you like kind of prove it, right? Lewis, I hope you were able to find your reading. I did do a little timestamp for you, and I can delete it for you if you want me to as well. Yeah, but you got something. This King of Pentacles, King of Cups. Someone who is grounded and emotionally mature, who is going to want to make you an offer. And it's like, well, we want to be available for that, don't we? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So don't get all like distracted by a clown. All right, let's see what we've got for Ziggy. Yes, thank you for liking and subscribing. I appreciate that. All right, so Ziggy's asking, does my ex want to get back with me? Not at this time. This is someone who I feel is struggling to really want to be around people or connect on that level. 8 of Candles or 8 of Wands, and 7 of Candles or 7 of Wands. I feel like there's this like hibernation going on. I don't really want to hang out with people. I don't want to see people. I'm going to have some time to myself. Maybe we're eating ice cream. But this is somebody who's like, no, like I don't want to deal with anything. And then one day they wake up and they're like, okay, I'm ready to deal with people again. I think I can handle it now. But right now I feel like it's just like, I don't want to deal with anyone. So, are there still feelings here? This person seems pretty resentful to me. Queen of Swords in the reverse and the Tower. There's a decision or something that was said, and I see like a vase exploding, like dropping on the floor and breaking into a million pieces. It's like this person's like, I don't see how you could like bring that back to life. Like it's shattered, it's everywhere, which makes me think of Kintsugi, but this is like someone who's like, no, it's like broken because of this thing. So this person's still angry. Ace of Candles or Ace of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, I would say this is not somebody who would be likely to reach out or want to get back together because there's this anger. I feel like right now they're focusing on friendships. But there's somebody else who's interested in Ziggy. There's someone else who's interested in you. With the Wheel of Fortune, no less. So if you can do the work for yourself that you know you need to do. You may be hearing from a new person shortly. Oh, thank you, Grindheart. Will wifey Micah choose Grindheart over others? Will I get the boyfriend title? Oops. Will she send me, or why was she sending missing energy? All right, I've added that. Thank you, Grindhard. Thank you for the tip, Teal, about house searching. Let's see what advice or guidance we can get for you. And thank you, Dana. Oh no, not the pen dying. I can't let the pen die. This is gonna like break my heart. Ooh, did I just... Sorry, sometimes I hit my nose ring. Energy check-in. Oh my lord. No, my pen is dying. I love that pen. All right, I don't know if this is gonna work. Oh, I hate that it's 2 different colors. Energy check-in with Bond. And are my chances 100% good because of friends? Oh, I don't think they're ever 100% chances. But I'm gonna ask your question. Maybe just like the spirit of it. Because of friends. She doesn't want me to go anywhere. Why? I have to use the side margin. So sorry. Okay, I think I've got it. Awesome. Okay, so I've got Grindhart's questions, then Teal, and then Dana. Thank you for your patience as I tried to scribe. All right. Hello, Caleb. How are you doing? Hey, Jordan. Jordan Grindhart very kindly offered to do, or like tipped for a question for you. So if you have a question, you let me know. I will do it for you. Hello, Aaron. And I'm glad you like the lights. Hello, Chris. How are you doing? Yeah, definitely don't like that. The only one who gets away with calling me anything like mom is my best friend. She's tried to stop. She just can't do it. It's just like what she does. But I'm like, you're lucky. You're the only one who gets to say that. We've got, will Micah choose Grindhard over the ex or others? At this point, her intention is to choose you. She's procrastinating it, though. It's like she looks at the 2 of you as Emperor, Empress, meant to be, divine counterparts, and yet here we are, Lovers is in the reverse. She's stalling. So it's like you're the one she feels like she should choose, but she's sitting there. You know that meme with the like dude that's sweating and he's like, do I press the button or did it? What do I do? That's so mean of me to do it this way. But I was trying to impersonate the meme, but it's like, I'm scared that if I make a choice, then I'll regret it. She needs to talk to you about this. Because it's like, you know, you deserve to know what's going on. but it feels like you're doing the things that she's looking for. But then when it comes to making this choice, she's like, I don't know. So will Grindhard get the boyfriend title? Two of Cups in the reverse. Is it like the title itself is terrifying? Yeah. It's like then there's expectations. Why was she sending Grindhard missing energy at 9:38 a.m.? Moon in the reverse, Two of Swords. She's trying to make a choice. So she was thinking about you, trying to consider plans and what she should be doing. Two of Swords, Two of Wands, Two of Pentacles. And we just had that Two of Cups. She's weighing pros and cons and not feeling like she can actually choose a direction. Does Grindhard have 100% chance because of friends? I don't really like how you phrase the question, but we're going to... No. Because there's like a runaway bride element here. There's like this fear if it's gonna go well, like what does that mean? What do I have to do about it, you know? Hello Felix, how are you doing? So is she seriously considering how the friends feel when making this decision? Would be my version of that. No. So it's important to her, right? You being liked by the friends or family, but they can't like convince her to make this choice or to like actually be committed to you. Why is it that she doesn't want Grindhard to go anywhere? Their energy, the cards. All right, sounds good, Jordan. The Death and the Devil. I don't like this. I feel like this is kind of controlling energy, to be honest. Like, I don't want you to change your opinion of me, or I don't want you to get interested in anybody else. I don't know, man. I mean, I think I know what you were hoping. I just feel like this is, I want to make sure you continue to focus on me. But she's not willing to give that energy, like I don't know. This feels controlling, like I want to make sure that you're not out there hanging out with anybody else. Is she worried that he's stepping out? Either because of her experiences with other people or because of the argument you got into, she feels like you might entertain someone else. Yeah. So be cautious with that. I think y'all just need to have like a good conversation here. Get on the same page, right? Let me see what we can get here for, oops, for Jordan. And then I'm going to hop back to Teal. Forgive me, Teal, it's just because the tip for Jordan was higher up on the list. Ooh, and then did I miss one? I'm trying to stay caught up. Okay, I got that. So we've got random. What do we have for Jordan, please? What does Jordan need to know? Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, the Devil, Page of Cups, Seven of Wands. There's someone you are no contact with or someone from your past. Doesn't have to be romantic, but this is someone who was not very kind to you. They're going through a rough financial period in their life, and they're going to apologize or try to make things right with you because they want something. I think if you actually like tune into your intuition and what you're feeling from this person, I think you're gonna look at it and be like, no, I think I'm good, but thank you. Just, you know, making sure that you're being cognizant or looking for validation on what are someone's intentions when they come back around. This person is definitely lying about their intentions with you. This could be someone at work. Yeah. I feel like this is a person who is having financial difficulties. Maybe it's someone you met at work. Maybe they lost their job. Maybe you're in the same friend group, but there's a person who I feel is asking for more than what you think is like appropriate, right? If I'm moving tomorrow, there's not a long list of people who I'd be like, hey, you want to come over and help me move, right? Like, if people ask out of like the friendship tier, you're like, what? No, at most I would meet you for coffee. You haven't earned that. What? This person hasn't earned whatever they're asking. So be cautious. We've got Teal up next. What do we need to know about the house search? What does Teal need to know regarding the house search? Four of Pentacles, Judgment, Nine of Swords, Five of Cups, Empress. Yeah, I see you in this Nine of Swords, Five of Cups energy. I really hope you don't have to deal with that for too much longer because that doesn't look like fun. But then the next card is Empress. Granted, the first one was like, hey, we need to figure something out here. I don't know. You know, just needing to make sure it's not something exorbitant, right? Housing prices are kind of insane everywhere. This is like there's regret over a decision or anxiety. How can I figure this out? And then this Empress comes along. And I feel like this is someone who wants to help you. It's like somebody who doesn't have any skin in the game, but they want to make sure that you find a situation that works. I feel like this is just somebody who's generous. Why the Seven of Swords? Chariot. So this could be a place that's a little bit further out than you like. There may be someone who's not fully honest about what's going on with the place that you eventually live, but the timing works out. It's like, okay, well, I can get in here. It's not perfect, but it's gonna work out. And I feel like it's because of this Empress. Does Teal already know this Empress? You already know this person. With the Emperor, too. This person's a boss. Doesn't have to be your actual boss, but this person's, like, they're good at getting stuff done. So I feel like someone's either going to at least put you on the right track or, like, say, hey, I know a person. And it's not, like, perfect, but the timing and everything else is like, okay, let's do this. So somebody's going to help you out. Oh, I'm so going to keep you in my prayers. I hope everything goes well. And I'm sure if you in the live chat will as well. Grind hard, let me do Dana's question real quick, and then I'll do the should I call? Ooh, let me get a different tarot deck though. What is the energy check-in that we have on Bond for Dina, please? What is the energy currently like for Bond? Queen of Wands in the reverse. Lovers in the reverse. Strength in the reverse and the Ace of Swords. I don't know. This is like being hit by a Mack truck. I think he's exhausted. I think he's feeling pretty low. Feeling like he's messed something up. His weakness or his temptations have reached the surface or maybe are being discussed by others. So he may be feeling like there's consequences here to what happened. Feeling pretty low about himself. So I feel like there's some not great questions and it makes him feel ashamed or guilty. Hello, let's walk home. How are you doing? Hello, Western. What's up? Hello, Sina. How are you doing? Oh, my condolences to you, DC. That's the worst. So he's not doing very well, Dana. I do feel like these are kind of saying that maybe there's some consequences for actions, right? All right, so for Grind Hard, should Grind Hard call Micah? Yes. You're going to see something change with regards to plans. And it's going to be about family. Like, I have to do this because I have a family thing. But I don't know if this is true. So just be observant. But yes, you should. Oh, hello, Teresa. Thank you. Let me get a different tarot deck. What does Teresa need to know for highest good of all? There's good news coming in for you. I feel like it's been delayed. I feel like you've been looking for this. It's like when you know a check is coming in the mail or when you know that somebody is sending you like a care package. I feel like this is going to help you to address something that to me looks like kind of like homesickness or like I don't feel like I'm settled. I feel like things are off. So this good news is very welcome. Seven of Wands, Queen of Cups, Six of Swords. I don't know what this feeling kind of like trapped or stationary, like stagnant, like I'm waiting for something, right? Maybe perhaps this news itself. This is like, it's divine timing. It's happening. I feel you're this Queen of Cups. And with the Six of Swords, I love how they depict it. A little cat ready to jump out of the carrier. I feel like good news is coming in. It's going to enable you to make some changes that make you feel like things are right again. And this enables you to continue on that path. So if you were wondering if you were on the right path, yes, it's just taking a little bit longer than expected. I do also feel like there's someone here with white hair or white facial hair who is going to lift your spirits on a difficult day. This person gives you important advice, or maybe does so through a dream. This person is going to encourage you to take action on something that you have not. What is this thing? This has to do with healing. Perhaps also direction, right? Are you in the right place? I feel like you're going to be told it's time to like pack up, time to move elsewhere. So expect a sign, expect some advice from someone with gray hair. And it's going to be, I think, really good advice to help you deal with a sense of like, this isn't where I need to be, or this isn't feeling right. Hello, Joyce. Happy New Year to you as well. Hello, Catherine. How are you doing? Let me see. Okay, I got that. All right, y'all. I might have to go eat some food. It's getting kind of late. All right. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And I will see you on the next reading.